In 2011, two lecturers from the University of Portsmouth set out to make a 25-minute student-led CG short, drawing inspiration from the 1936 children's classic, Peter and the Wolf. Little did they know they were sitting on the idea for a Hollywood-caliber feature film. This is their story.
What about this one?
Enter these are coat tracks. What do they teach you in this village? You do know your hat's too big for you, don't you?
Stina and Wolf's kind of a story about coming of age for basically a teenage girl. Is a 16-year-old that's going through life, metaphorically going through life, and the journeys of basically puberty and coming of age.
It's a kind of coming of age story. It has light and dark, challenge and conflict and strength in the face of adversity, and all of those components that make up for a really good story, a really good narrative arc.
I read the script a really long time ago, and I'll be honest, I haven't read it since, and I know it's changed quite a lot. So every now and then they're producing new shots that I'm completely oblivious to. But that kind of makes it more of an interesting thing from my perspective.
Yeah, and we decided to use mostly kids, sort of between the ages of about 16, 17. One of the reasons being that, as well as the script calling for that kind of age group, the environment we were filming in, which is motion capture, requires a lot of imagination because the actors have got nothing to react to immediately. They're not up a mountain because we set it up a very vertiginous mountain with massive slopes and huge cliffs.
While many might not have chosen child actors to portray something that's as dark and complex as the story found here, Paul believed that child actors were able to bring more emotion to the role. Actors such as Becky Waldron had the advantage of being able to readily access their imagination over adults. Alex and Paul claimed that this helped them know where their characters were in terms of the story. With the original project built around Peter and the Wolf, the project now put much greater emphasis on musical pieces. Drawing influences from Thierry Robin and similar artists, Paul, working together with Pasha Caselli, has managed to combine orchestration and leitmotif to help drive the story. As for the animation aspect of the project, with Paul, Alex and Cliff's years of industry and lecturing experience, the project has managed to attract plenty of interest from students on courses ranging from the obvious animation courses to fashion and textiles. While the group may not be as big as it once was, with a mixed set of skills at hand, Paul and Alex claim to have no shortage in helping visualising the world.
I'm the Dean of Faculty, so that's the Faculty of Creative and Cultural Industries, as you know.
Paul is the director in charge of the creative vision of the project to make sure the narrative is supported and everything like that. I'm visual effects supervisor, and my job is to make sure we get the visual fidelity and the technical aspects up to the standard that Paul requires to make sure that vision is sort of seen through in all levels of it. But then I've been mocap supervisor, I've been producer, like I said, got lots of different hats that we just keep changing.
I even bought lunch once.
Did you?
I was a runner.
Oh, you're a runner as well then, yeah. See, we do everything from the ground up.
I think I'm assistant art director, but in reality I've been more of a models supervisor.
I am Director of Innovation Service at the University of Portsmouth, and that role entails really about how we get our staff interacting with industry more.
I'm a computer animation student, BSc, and I don't really have a role at the moment. I help run the models department, but I'm also doing quite a lot of the lighting, so I don't really do much modelling. So I'm sort of between areas.
Been there for about 3 years now, and I'm kind of the chief rigger, the only rigger, apart from Paul. I'm the only student rigger, let's put it that way. I do the computer animation BSc. The Stina and Wolf project has been good for me. It's basically taught me a lot of what I know, because rigging's it's not exactly main stage. It's, you've got your model and then you've got your animation, and rigging's that kind of little bit in between that no one sees. It's like the stage worker, basically. You hoist the lights, pull the curtain, but you're never seen on stage. Your work's never exactly scrutinised. But without Stina and the Wolf, I would have never got into that, because the university tends to do a lot more of the glamorous side, the side that you can instantly see results. If you do lighting, you change the colour of a light, you instantly see what you've done. But with rigging, it's just like, it's there, it's in the background. If it's good, it's bad, it's just kind of there.
We had one of the animators at the time, Tom, the head animator. He came down and gave us a little talk in a lecture about what Stina project was, what it entailed, and he showed us some clips of it. That was when we got started. I originally started off in the environments department because there were 2 people in the environments department at the time, and everywhere else was chock-a-block full. And then models got merged with environments. Yeah. And I got started in Stina and the Wolf. Couldn't model, but they trained me up, and then sort of pushed me to become better at modelling than I would have been if I just sort of trundled along, taking part.
Set in a timeless world that combines elements of hyper-realism and the classic storytelling often found in animated feature films, Stina and the Wolf sets itself apart from its mainstream counterparts, as it relies heavily on manipulating the viewer's imagination and interpretations of the mise-en-scène at the centre of it. While the team aren't willing to divulge on the exact specifics of how, they decided to tell us why Stina and the Wolf isn't just another fairy tale.
Paul wakes up one day and goes, I've been in industry for a long time, and university life's a lot of marking, a lot of bureaucracy, basically. And then he goes to Alex, I want to get students involved, because obviously he's a lecturer and he's thinking about the students most of the time. So I want to get the students involved, broaden their horizons with a feature film, but I don't want to rely entirely on animation.
Lots of universities out there use kind of production as an example and get them doing short films and stuff, but there's no other universities in the UK doing a feature-length film of the level of ambition like this.
Yeah, we have been told that we're basically mad. So
you know, when Paul came to me with the idea of the film, there was kind of 2 drivers, is to foresee Paul's creative vision and work it all out technically and get the students involved, which is a great experience for them. And you know, we've joked it could be known as the film that never got made, but as long as the students are getting the right experience and impress and keep pushing forward with the technology that we're using and the benefits go to the students, then you know, it's fulfilling one of its major functions.
The Stina project to the university is an interesting one, and one of the things that I'm really excited to have seen is that Portsmouth City Council took for the front page of its really handsome Rise publication a still shot from Stina. Because really what they were saying was, this is a significant project in terms of the city of Portsmouth, as well as what's happening within the university. And Portsmouth City Council were very keen, and are very keen, to showcase this city beyond this region, to really, you know, make sure that people in London, people internationally, are really aware of what's happening in this historic and actually quite amazing, quite unique place that is Portsmouth. So clearly they felt that Stina and the Wolf was significant enough to place on the front page of that publication, and then to showcase within the publication as a product of Portsmouth, and something that was really talking about the high level of activity that's happening creatively and culturally here.
I think last year, when we got 3 shots of the trailer done and took them to MPC, and then the industry bigwigs, the guys that basically know their stuff, the animation directors and the technical directors, get up and go, it's impressive that you've done that with a university, that's really good. Obviously I'm paraphrasing this a little more candidly than that. So that was the best bit, where we've got recognition from people that know their stuff and said, that's good, keep doing that.
Now that the project has come so far and achieved something tangible, there is more at stake for the team. Will they complete their trailer in time to be shown at MPC London? Will the lack of new investors as a result lead to their project falling prey to the laws of diminishing returns?
One of the limitations that we've always had with mass collaborative projects is that there isn't actually money, i.e. they get a wage in order to produce that thing, and that's what drives them on. We haven't got that in education.
So we have to like beg, borrow and steal for more cameras.
As a group, we always suffer with sort of hardware because we've only got the hardware the university have got, and sometimes we haven't got what we need to get the shot done. We have to render on. We have to go to use Alex's big computer, the one upstairs.
Then we needed facial capture, like webcams, but we didn't have a helmet for them. So Paul goes away, buys a bunch of aluminium and just like crafts it into bars and sticks it on people's heads, and it's like, that'll do.
2 years on, much of the problems that once plagued the team and hindered its progress still affects the outcome of the final project. Funding and lack of access to quality equipment being at the heart of it. After all, there's only so much two people alone can put into a project.
What we have in the university, we have a fund called the Higher Educational Innovation Fund in the university, and that where we have a pot of money that we can pump prime projects that can showcase the university and make people interested and bring potential income in.
In terms of where Stina sits within that, there are a range of key projects that we will focus on and that we'll make sure are golden as we develop, and Stina would be part of that. I think it's too good a project to not showcase it and not make sure that it's at a high level of showing off what we do.
Paul and Alex applied, and we thought it was a great proposal. They've been doing some work already on it, and we thought it was a great opportunity to really showcase what the faculty here can do. And pushing that even further, you know, we recently had the Minister for Portsmouth, Michael Fallon, come to visit, and this was a key thing that he saw. The creative and digital industries in the area are becoming a major focus for regional and economic funding. So the fact that we're at the heart of that here in the university, with the capabilities and the staff to really take that forward and work with the industry, is fantastic.
As a result, Stina and the Wolf has had no shortage of publicity and sponsorship, with companies ranging from Autodesk, Pipeline FX and Vicon showing interest.
So I approached Vicon, the company that make the motion capture system, and said, can you help us out? We need to borrow some cameras for 5 weeks. Is that possible? And they turned around and said yes, and shipped £180,000 worth of cameras down for 5 weeks, lent them to us and said, look after them. We used them. They even came down for a visit while we were doing it. And we've always had a good relationship with them, so that's how we got the mocap shoot done.
And now, with the end of their first milestone in sight and being asked to host at SIGGRAPH 2014 in Vancouver, plans now go ahead for the unveiling of the final trailer. So what lies ahead now for the people behind Stina and the Wolf?